Well, hello, it's Bernadette, and today I'm going to show you how to make a cushion with a design on it. So you can do anything. So I've been inspired by Elisa's Peace cushion. However, you can do a palm tree, you could do a heart, you could do a star, you could do an elephant, you could do anything. And you can do pattern on plain cushion, you could do plain on a pattern cushion. So basically the sky's the limit. But I'm going to show you the basic technique and you can adapt it to whatever you choose. So firstly, for a cushion up to 50 centimetres square, you need a half a metre of 150 centimetre wide fabric. So the most upholstery fabrics come in 150 centimetres wide. So basically, if you're wanting to do a 50 centimetre cushion and your fabric's not 150 wide, you need twice the length of the cushion. Okay, so you would need a metre. Now you will also need some contrast depending on the size of your design, some heat bond or Vlisofix, which is the material that we use to bond the design to the fabric. You need matching threads and you'll need some sort of fastener according to your skill level. I would use buttons and buttonholes, but you might, if you're not confident with that, you could do studs or just Velcro. It's up to you. So basically with the cutting, I just want to show you a little trick to reduce the amount of sewing you need to do. So basically, if you open up your 150 centimetre wide piece, you would cut the front from the centres and the back from either side so that the edge on the opening is the selvage, which is the finished edge of the fabric. Now, if you're not a great sewer, you don't really need to neaten the selvage. You can just fold it over and stitch it down. However, you don't even need to stitch it down. You could use hemming tape if you prefer. And so basically, the back of the cushion is half the width of the front, plus 6 centimetres. And I'll explain what that's for in a minute. Okay, so here we are. So this is the back. So the first thing you want to do is to create the opening. So with each of the backs, you fold over 4 of those 6 centimetres. And basically what that will mean is that the center line will be in the middle of those foldovers when you place them together. So you've got some overlap for when the cushion's made up. So this is the material that you need to use for your design. Follow the instructions that are included with it, but I'll just show you the basic technique. So I've firstly created my design using plates. So I used 2 different size plates. And then I completed the rest of it with a ruler. I decided halfway through that my second plate was too small, so I came back with a bigger one. So hence we've got 2 lines. But there I've got my design drawn out on the paper side of the heat bond. So the next thing you need to do is attach that design to your contrast fabric. So here I've got some off-white. And you do that with an iron. Now, you follow the instructions, as I said, with the heat bond as to how long to hold the iron down to fuse the 2 together. Once you've done that, you can cut out the design. Then you want to remove the paper back from the design. If you're having trouble separating them, which often you do, just make a little pleat in it, as you can see I've done here, and that will make it separate easier. So now we've removed the paper and we've just got the design with the fusible back. So here I have the front of my cushion, and what I've done is folded and ironed it into 4 so I know the center lines both horizontally and vertically for positioning the design. So there I have it positioned with the fusible side down, the fabric side up. And then once again with your iron, you want to fuse that according to the manufacturer's instructions to the face of the cushion. So I have put this together with the machine using a zigzag. So I use the stitch width of 3 and a length of 1.5. But you can do this by hand using just using a small blanket stitch, or you can do it with fabric paint or glue. There are some, I just can't remember the name of them now, but there are some glues that you can use to actually connect it, to stitch it on or to hold it on, secure it. So there it is done. So next thing I do is flip it over to the back and trim off the threads. Now we put the cushion together. So basically the side that you want to be uppermost when the cushion is complete, you put down first, sorry, the back part, and then the other on top, and pin it together. Then you just stitch all the way around. You can see I've marked the center of where we've folded back. It's called the wrap. And so I've lined up those centers so that they line up perfectly and overlap perfectly. Sorry, I should have mentioned, to make it easier on yourself, you can put your fastening on before you put it together. I didn't do that, but that would make it much easier. Okay, so it's complete. And then all there is to do is to turn it out, put your cushion in, and there you go. Okay, I'm really curious to see what sort of projects we end up with out of this.